Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to another World of Tanks replay with your host, GreatTaz. Now let's get this battle on the road in 3, 2, 1, roll it. Hello everyone, GreatTaz here once again with a World of Tanks replay. And today we are looking at the SMV CC-67. This is on Fisherman's Bay, which in 1.18.1 is getting changes. I am glad that Wargaming is coming around and fixing some of the issues that people have been complaining about for years on these maps, and it's high time and two. Now, Fisherman Bay has undergone a couple of different changes since its inception into the game, and I really wish what they would do is start bringing some of the old maps that they took out with the revisions of what people have been saying. Wargaming has actually begun to start listening to people about their maps and their tanks and their stuff, which is a really good thing. As you can see here, the Italian, this is an Italian Tier A auto-loading TD. This is the TD line of the Italians, and I just said that, and I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Ignore me. Sometimes I would just get... Anyways, as you can see, there is one of me on this team, and there are two of them on the enemy team. As you see when we get to worldofrecords.com, you'll see that World of Records still has not gotten their picturing stuff and information up to date. I like World of Records over Watt Replays just because I think they do a better job of getting the end game information out. As you can see here, I did come down here. Now, the thing about these Italian TDs is they're heavily armored in the front, and so are their turrets. Now in this one here, the armor on the hull itself is 260 millimeters in the on the upper glacis, and the turret I think is 220. The second turret that you can get with this does have 260. I don't know what the heck that was about. I am sitting here, coming down here trying to help this T-43. I was trying to get him to do other spotting in another place, but it wasn't working. I was hoping that someone would come around that corner there in F8 and do some. Now that is one of the corners that is getting changed in 1.18.1. If you see this before 1.18.1. If after 1.18.1 and you still have not seen this map, that is one of the places that are getting changed. The other one is the one that is just to my left. There is a sniping position, and we're going to take a quick look right over here that you can get into. And they're taking that sniping position away. So what I think they should do is, I don't think they should take the sniping position away. What I think that they should is they should build one in on the other side. So as you can see here, the poor 43 is taking a beating here, and I try to get into a position that I can, like I am actually technically sniping from here, but they can too, and I don't understand. They just don't get out as far outland as we can, but they can still get down on this line. There are some trees over there that do allow them to snipe. So that is that. I am sitting here trying to help protect the T-34-3 just because he is out there. He did stick his neck out there just a little bit. Okay, maybe it was a little bit too much, but he did it, and he is being our spotter. So as you can see there, off on the left of the screen, underneath the tank info, there was a bang. There did a round come from somewhere. I have no clue where that round came from, but you did see it splash over there on the ground. That is a player shot. That is not an automated shot in the game. So Fisherman's Bay is a really strange layout. We get here, and thank you. And you look around, and there's more city and stuff and more docks on the other side of the bay than there are on this bay. And this is a pretty big looking, as you can see off in the distance. There is a lot going on. It is pretty foggy on this map. So you got a church all the way back over there, which is actually a identical church there. And you can see here, I got shot by their T-34-3, and I'm not even sure how. He should not have been able to spot me without me being able to spot him. As there you can see the KV-2 somehow came around the corner without being spotted. I don't know. I really don't. So I do put a round down range, and I gotta move. I really don't understand how their T-34-3 spotted me without me spotting them. It's through 3 bushes even yet. And that's what the serious craziness is. I don't understand it. I do understand that they were there, but there's a whole line of bushes. There's a whole line of bushes right up there that go between that gully and where I was sitting. And he still somehow spotted me. So I'm not quite sure. And then I stopped and think about it. Then I thought about it. I wasn't in by the bushes. He was still all the way over there. But still, if he fired, I should have spotted him, because his camouflage goes down to like freaking 10%, which is taking 10% of the view range off of my tank. And in turn, yeah, I should have easily freaking spotted him. Because his camouflage can't be that good. He would need to have more than 25% camouflage after firing, even with bushes, to be able to actually do that. And to be able to spot me when I'm not even moving, yeah, I'm not quite sure about that. I'm not even sure how he did that, honestly. For all I know, it could have been just a blind shot and he hit me, but whatever. As you can see here, we have these guys coming over here trying to take out our T-34-3, and the T-34-3 is doing everything he can to stay alive. I am, again, like I said, I am trying to help this guy because he did stick himself out on the limb, probably a little a little crazier than he probably should have by doing that, but he is Eagle. He called himself Eagle, and there already takes a shot right back at the last spot that one of their SVM CC-67s was, and takes him out. As I did there, did quite a bit of damage to him. As you can see up in the top, I did 704 total damage to him, and I did almost 300 to the T-34-3. Now at this point, there's so few tanks, and I don't understand what anyone's doing. Here, I couldn't understand why the low was sitting here cowering in the corner when the only threats to him were actually the Chrysler and the SMV, or the CC-67. They're the only 2 real threats to him. The already can do some damage and stuff like that. But on the other side, really, they're not much of a threat. And the Jackson, also not much of a threat. As you can see there's a ping by someone, I'm not quite sure who it is, but I'm just completely ignoring that, going straight along. I take a shot from their CC and take a shot on the move, trying to hit the 12-ton, or the M12. I miss. I do take a shot in the side from their 67, and I realize that, hey, there's their 67s over here, so I'm going to go ahead and, put a round in them and put my heaviest part of my armor facing him, so that he does exactly that. So as you can see, it is a heavy armor TD. They are very good for haul down positions. As you can see here, we're going to go move up on the arty, take it out. Now we took out both of the artillery. Oh, nope, we didn't get the M12, unfortunately. So as you can see there, we are still pushing forward. We got the Chrysler and the KV-2 So I decided that it's time to give the Chrysler as little as possible. But as you can see, the Chrysler is doing the most possible to whatever he can to actually be able to do something. He's slinging gold, and it's the only way he can actually truly pen this tank is to sling gold from the front. And it's no joke. And it is sad that he's not slinging anything but gold. He's just gold, 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 and that's all he really does for this pretty much his whole battle is sling nothing but gold. My thought is if you're working on your third mark, fine, but if you're playing normal, why burn all the credits like that? As you can see there, shoot him right in the side of the engine, set the boy on fire, and he slowly burns down to that, doing another 435 in fire damage. As you can see there, he is still fighting. I am getting some of the spotting damage. I'm going to swing around here and say, goodbye, mister. Nice to see you. I'm out. So there is that right there. There is another victory right from the stores of GreatTaz Gaming. Now this is a pretty interesting tank. I'm going to do a quick roll around. As you can see here, the hull does have a slant on it, and then the turret has a reverse slant to go with it. All the Italian TDs are like this. They do have a turret and a hull that kind of are like this. And they do all have only like a 45 degree, which I don't really even think is 45 degree because I think I'm at max. 90 degree bit, 45 degree would be right about there. So I think it's like 30 and 30 to each side. So they don't have a lot of gun transverse. So this tank cannot sit in a spot and be able to sit in a, again, not be able to sit in a spot and really do like a turreted TD. So it's a very big cross between a T95, we'll say a non-turreted TD, and a TD. It has a little bit of both worlds. So it has the heavy frontal armor, has the heavy turret armor. It's like what the E4 used to be. That is basically what these tanks are. These are definitely what the E4 originally was when it was put into the game. A heavy hull armor and a heavy turret armor. These tanks are very reminiscent of the original E4. But we are going to go ahead and move over to wattrecords.com to see how I did. And here we are. As you can see, this is what I was talking about. Wattrecords.com still doesn't have the picture. They don't tell me what type of tank it is or anything. So the people at Watt Records, I hope you're seeing this and I hope you're actually working on this. I hope you get it figured out soon. I would have figured that they would have had it already figured out even before the Italian tanks came out because Wargaming did release them on their own site a while ago. I don't have control of this site, so it is what it is. But overall, it was only a third class badge. That third class badge came from roughly 970 experience. Now, reason it's only a third class is these tanks are brand new. You got people out there busting their butt trying to mark them and get their ace tankers. So in turn, yep, it's exactly that. It's exactly that. It's going to be hard to get your ace tankers and stuff like that. So did come out with fire for effect and also came out with Passcucci medal for destroying both of the enemy artilleries in one battle. Now with the new 1.18 that came out, you can still get the one that's above this for 3, but it's going to be a very, 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 very seldom chance that you actually will ever get that again. They have lowered the number of artillery. You're going to see 1s and sometimes 1, a lot of time 2, and very seldom will you ever see 3. And light tanks have been thrown into the equation with this, so if you see a light tank, you should not see more than 2 artillery in a battle. I have seen battles at tier 5 and up where I've gotten 4 light tanks, and I thought they were fixing that, but I guess not. So anyways, overall, there's that. We got 2,578 overall damage. I am second in both damage and experience, as you can see right there. I've hit fire 14 shots, 11 of them did hit. 7 of them did penetrate, 0 splash damage. There you can see all my damage, only 1,000, just over 1,000 of it was from 300 meters. I did push in and got 1,500 in close range. I received 8 hits, 2 penned, 4 didn't, 2 were from splash. I blocked 1,120 damage overall. I spotted 2 enemies, 6 damage, 2 destroyed, 817 in assistance, a little over 2.1 kilometers. Again, with a premium count, that was 40.3, spent roughly 25 in repairs and ammunition, and got 18.8 overall. This was a first battle of the day, so I got 1455 in base experience for premium account. That was doubled, and then on top of that, I got a little bit more right here. As you can see, I ended up with 6,500. So that goes into getting closer to that tier 9 CCS1 or CC1. The ordering and numbers is a little crazy on these tanks. So yeah, overall it was a pretty good battle. I did enjoy this. As you can see, I did have some lull time in there. No one else was pushing, and this is, even though I think in game they calculate this as an assault TD, it's not really much of an assault TD. It does have heavy armor on the hull. It does have heavy armor on the turrets for certain tanks, but that makes it a ridgeline brawler. It doesn't make it a push into the city and fight face-to-face type of brawler. So the big complaint at tier 10 is that the Minotaur right now is so overpowered with its frontal glacius armor and its turret armor, is that you can have 2 of these fighting off at a ridge, and you could literally waste all of your ammo and never, either one of you never ever pen. So there is a little bit of changes that need to be done to this tank. It is currently a little overpowered, but hey, it is what it is. When we get new tanks like this, it kind of ends up that way. But anyways, if you like this video, make sure you scroll down below and click that like button. If you like the battle but not the video and want to tell me, go ahead and click the link that is in the description down below. It'll bring you to this page right here. You may have to sign in using your Wargaming credentials by clicking right up here where it says my name. You click login, it'll take you to the Wargaming site. You log into your Wargaming credentials and then click OK. It'll bring you back here. You may have to find this page once again. There'll be a thumb up or thumb down right here next to where my edit button is, because this is my page, of course. You can tell me there. You can also comment down below here on YouTube, or you can comment right here on the video page also, or the recording page on wattrecords.com, to tell me how you think I did. If you're not subscribed and you want to keep up to date with all my World of Tanks, Minecraft, and everything else that I do here on this channel, please make sure to click that subscription button. And if you want instant notification, click that notification bell and change it from occasional always. The wording might be different at this point in time while you're watching it. I know that YouTube was doing some things to change some of the wording on some of their things like that. I don't exactly remember when that happened, so it may be a little different by the time you end up watching this. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to get on up out of here. I am GreatTaz, and I will hope to see you soon, and maybe I'll see you on the battlefield.